Hey everybody, Coach Brandon here again, and today I'm going to show you guys another method of defending and countering the cross knee pass or the knee cut pass. In our last couple lessons, we looked at going into a defensive cycle by framing and then bringing in either a knee shield or my foot over their shoulder as a lasso. Today, we're going to kind of break the offensive and defensive cycles rule. When my opponent goes into a knee cut, getting their knee to my hip, rather than framing and going into a defensive posture and staying there just resetting guard, I'm going to hook into a reverse De La Riva hook and I'm going to invert underneath of my opponent's body to take their back. This technique is a little bit more advanced, but it is a very good way of putting a passer into a defensive position. They were focused on passing the guard, but all of a sudden they need to worry about getting their back taken and worry about me inverting in underneath of them. Okay, so let's see how all these play together. So Sammy is going to be going into the cross knee pass. He's going to jump over the foot. He's coming in. I frame first. Now we've looked in previous lessons at taking an inverted collar grip and taking in a knee shield here and forcing my opponent back and recovering guard. We've looked at taking a lasso in and now using my lasso to push, get her back and recover guard. Today, we're going to be focusing actually on inverting, and I'm going to put my body between her two legs. Let's see how this works. Sammy goes into the cross knee pass. I immediately frame, up here, and I put in a reverse De La Riva hook. Let's rotate, if you will. Stand up. So a reverse De La Riva hook is this, where I bite my knee into her lower leg, and I hook the shoelaces of my foot on the outside of her thigh or hip. So if I don't have a reverse De La Riva hook in, Sammy can drop her butt all the way to her heel. Now when I go to get my reverse De La Riva hook in, there's no space. When her butt is off her heel, now with this reverse De La Riva hook in, when Sammy tries to drop her butt to her heel again, she can't do it. She can't bring her butt and her heel together. I'm able to use this reverse De La Riva hook to manipulate my opponent's leg and it entangle my leg with her leg. So we're using this reverse De La Riva hook. Okay? So now that you guys know what this reverse De La Riva hook is, the next step is for me to take my right arm and thread it between my hip and her ankle. And I'm going to go elbow deep. So I'm going to use my right elbow to hook her ankle just like so. Now I need to finish getting my angle. My right arm is going to help me get angle by hooking here. My left arm is going to get angle by diving in behind her knee. My left arm goes right here. Now, I'm going to use my left arm to help pull my head and shoulders between her legs. And as I do this, my left knee is going to tuck tight to my chest so that my left knee comes between her legs as well. And I come to this position here. Now from here, I'm ready to take the back. Honestly, there's a number of different things that can happen from here. It's going to depend on what your training partner and your opponent does. But let's just focus on a simple finish. A simple, what I learned are called baby bolo. I've heard this called the recliner as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I grab onto her belt or pants. I put in a rear butterfly hook, so my right foot goes from the outside to the inside. And now I'm going to splay my two legs apart as I pull her hips down toward me. As a safety note, don't let the back of your partner's head hit you in the face. Sometimes it'll happen. So make sure you're ready to catch that just in case here. Okay. Now all that's left to do is secure my seatbelt, my over-under grip, put my hooks in, and I'm ready to attack from the back. So that is using a reverse daily Riva inversion as a counter to my opponent's split squat or knee cut attempt, the cross knee pass. So once again, Sandy's going to jump over the foot. As she comes in, I lock in a reverse daily Riva hook right away. If I don't do this soon enough, I'll lose the window of opportunity. As she's coming in, I immediately frame so she can't get in chest to chest. Now, when I decide that I'm ready to begin inverting underneath of my opponent, my right arm is going to hook elbow deep around this ankle, okay, the inside ankle. So I hook here, foot on the mat, perfect. And I start to get this ankle here. Step back. And I'm right here. My left arm is now going to dive underneath the knee, and I'm going to use my left arm to pull my head underneath. As I do so, I have to make sure my knee comes with me. So it's very important that my left leg isn't flopping around or extended. I like to take my knee into my chest to make sure my knee comes through her legs right here. Now from here, I put in my 2 rear butterfly hooks. I control the belt, and I sit my opponent down. Now from here, it's just a matter of locking in a seatbelt to control the shoulders, putting my hooks in, and now I'm ready to go and look for the submission from here. Alright guys, so there it is, the third lesson. These, I would say, are probably the 3 most common or 3 most popular defenses to the cross knee pass. We frame and bring in a knee shield. Here, we frame and bring in a lasso. Okay, so the first 2 options deal with using the top leg to get inside position so I can use my leg to start fighting them off. And then our third option, which is not so much defensive cycle, but it's a way of countering, is when I hook underneath and I go into an inversion. So I hope those 3 methods help you guys defend the knee cut pass when you guys are able to get back to do some live training. And hopefully your guard retention skills keep climbing from here. Thanks guys.